I'm here with Wade Robinson of Tekton Props at 2019 MobiCon in beautiful Mobile, Alabama. How are you doing today, Mr. Wade?
I'm doing rather well. How about you?
Doing awesome. Awesome. You've got all this cool plethora of props and this guy here. Can you talk about what you do in the world of prop building and all that jazz?
Yeah, I specialize in doing really big costumes. I'm a bigger guy myself, so I try to do things that more fit my body size. Bigger the better. Mostly armor. I try to stay away from the fabric stuff. I'm getting better at it, but mostly I work with foam, EVA foam, floor mats, and I'll build my own armor, mostly from video games and tabletop games, but that's mostly what I build.
Very, very cool. And you've got this beautiful guy here. Can you tell about where that's from, what it is, and how you went in the construction process of that?
This guy is Wrex from Mass Effect 1 through 3, and he is, all the armor is EVA foam. I had to build my own templates for all of this. And but then with the mask, this was the first time I ever did this. I took about 30 pounds of water-based clay, and I sculpted all this face out.
Oh, wow.
And then I made a big plaster Paris mold, cast it in latex, painted it, used airbrush and all that. And then what I did was, to be able to see out of this thing, I took and I put a front view camera from a car and a backup camera screen, and I put it inside the mask. So when I see, I've got this little tiny view
screen.
Yeah, and that's how so you just kind of have to tilt to see things.
That is totally cool. How long did the creation process on this whole thing take, if you don't mind me asking?
I worked probably a good 3 or 4 months on this, but it was pretty much just go home from work, get started on this, go to bed. So it was a lot of work for those 4 months. So
very cool, and it looks really, really good. You did an incredible job with that. What are some of these other items here? You've got to believe a Warhammer helmet or something here, yeah.
This is a Blood Angel Space Marine helmet. It's also EVA foam. I have a full-size Space Marine at home, but it's just, I can only take so much in my car at one go. This one is a helmet from Skyrim. It's also EVA foam. Almost all of it is.
Hey, could you bring that helmet up right there for a second and kind of look over it? You were talking earlier about the weathering of the metal. Can you go into a little detail about that?
Yeah, so what I did is, to get this bumpy shape, first what I did is I built the helmet, and then I took a Dremel tool with a round bit, and I just slowly kept on moving it, and that's how it has the bumpy texture. Then I sprayed it with one metallic coat and took a bunch of acrylic paints and just went over and over and over. And I took a watered-down black paint, and I washed it all over, wiped it away, and that's how it has that grungy look. And then finished it by taking a burnt sienna, a rust-colored paint, and in certain areas I just put it there to where I thought the rust would build up and over time, and it was just layer after layer, because the more layers it has, the more realistic it usually looks. But that's pretty much how this one.
It looks like metal. You would never know. It's a really good job you did.
It's all just foam floor mats I bought from the store. And nothing special, really.
Very cool. And you do all these props with any other upcoming suits or costumes or things you've kind of got in the pipeline you're looking at creating here soon? Or?
Yeah, right now I've got, from the new Borderlands 3 game coming out, there's a guy named Flack. He's got this big coat and he's a robot. I want to build him. And then there's a character from an anime called Ainz Al Ghul, and he's a giant skeleton dude. So I'm going to sculpt the mask and then sew this huge cloak. So I've got some plans, but depends.
That's coming down the pipeline.
There's always a list, and the list is always super long. So it's what I want to build at the moment.
Very cool, and all this cool stuff. Do you have a website or a Facebook link or something for people to check you out?
Instagram and Facebook.
Just got Instagram and a Facebook.
Yep, just Tekton Props.
Tekton Props. Someone with SciFiction.com coming to you from MobiCon 2019 with Mr. Wade Robinson of Tekton Props, signing off. If you enjoy this video and would like to contribute, go to patreon.com/SciFiction, where we will be giving away a Star Wars X-Wing Starfighter Lego set when we reach 50 patrons. So make sure you're subscribed so you can join in the discussion as we continue to cover all things sci-fi and beyond. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.